What's crack, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Kazzie, and in today's video I am going to be sharing with you the books that I bought when I was in Galway, because I can't go anywhere without buying books, apparently. Galway had bookstores. So if you guys didn't know, I went to Galway about 2 weeks ago now, and I had an amazing time at the Galway International Arts Festival. And because, you know, it had bookstores, it had Eason's, it had a place called Dubrays, and it had Charlie Burns' bookshop. I, of course, just had to go into them. I bought a couple things in Eason's. I bought a new sketchbook because I'm like trying to get back into art and teaching myself how to illustrate, which will explain why my wrap up was so low this month. But that'll be the video that follows this one. So in Galway, I bought 4 books. It originally was 1 for the longest time, but I got 4. So let's just get into them. So the first place that I bought books was in a place called Dubrays, which is on like the main pedestrian area. It was quite a small store, but it was beautiful. On the outside it was blue. You guys know I love blue, so I was like instantly drawn to it like a homing pigeon as I blew. Somehow I found myself in the store, and I found myself leaving with 2 books on 2 separate occasions because, you know, I couldn't go into it just the once. But the first book that I got was City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This is the 10th anniversary edition. If you guys don't know, I've been reading the Infernal Devices series, which I am thoroughly in love with. I've read the first 2 books, and I'm going to be reading the 3rd one imminently. I am very much looking forward to that, and so I feel like I am invested in this series. And so once I finish the Infernal Devices, I will want to get onto the Mortal Instruments series, which of course starts with City of Bones, and this is such a gorgeous edition. I'm very much looking forward to it, and it has art on the inside, which is always amazing. So this actually helps me identify all the characters. So we have Simon Lewis, Isabel Lightwood, Jace Wayland, Magnus Bean, Alec Lightwood, and Clary Fairchild. There's this gorgeous edition. And then I bought... I'm weak. I am weak. I know. I am like weak. This is my 3rd edition of How to Forget by Kate Mulgrew. I have my original one from Book Depository, I have the other one from Waterstones, and then I have this one. But there's a reason why I bought this one. It is signed.
Didn't you go to a book signing?
Yeah, I did. And this happened. I got mulged. And hilariously, not hilariously because this gave me a fucking anxiety attack for about a week and a half. I got mulged for one. And she wrote all best. All best. Now, my experience at the signing was not great. And it, as I said, it sent me into freaking anxiety mode for about a week and a half. I'm not going to really get into that here, but I got her to sign the annotated editions of How to Forget and Born with Teeth. I made the executive decision in the queue. So when I actually heard that she was doing a low-key signing in Dubrays by a girl that in another store who I was like talking to about sci-fi stuff, Marvel stuff, geek stuff, and then I was like saying, oh, I'm down for the International Arts Festival, Kate Mulgrew is appearing. I heard about the low-key signing from Dubrays, instantly went into panic mode, like thinking, oh my god, I can't go to that, because it's like low-key. They didn't know what time she was going to be there. She was just going to rock up, sign a bunch of books, and then go. It was on the same day as her talk. So then after I got mulged on the book, I was like, I wonder if she wrote her full name in the other ones. And sure enough, went in, it actually had the squiggle for the rue. It's not as obvious that it is Kate Mulg. It actually looks like Kate Mulgrew. I now have a signed annotation edition. I have a signed non-annotated edition. And I have a completely blank one that I think I can then just lend out to people that want to read it. There's method behind the Magners, people. There's method behind the Magners. So on to the books that I got in Charlie Burns's. And yes, that is Bookshop in Irish. Do not ask me how to pronounce it. All I know is how to pronounce this and this. This is Galway in Irish, which is a Gaelive, and this is Ireland in Irish, which is Era. So Charlie Burns, interesting store. It is like a dream. You know the bookshop that Belle goes into in Beauty and the Beast? like that, but on steroids. There are so many books. There are new books. There are secondhand books. There are antiquity books. There are so many books spread over different levels. You don't know where you are. You need a freaking compass to go around the freaking store. But I managed to find 2 books that I want to add to my collection. The first being Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I unhauled an edition of Anna Karenina that I had like 2 years ago because it was like a really cheap version. But this one just looks gorgeous. It has deckled edges, which I've never seen in an edition of Anna Karenina. This was only €10, and I've always wanted to read this. The cover is somewhat scandalous when you look here. You don't know whether that's an ass, a knee. Oh, it's her knees. I just decided to finally pick up an edition of Anna Karenina. The text is not minuscule. The papers are not Bible pages. So I am very excited to get into this. Probably not anytime soon because my TBR is ridiculous. But I decided, why not have a classic for once on my shelves? Because me and classics, we don't really get along well. And I could not resist this one. This was only €15 and it is a collection of Irish fairy tales. I don't know a lot of Irish fairy tales, ironically. Basically, a collection of Irish fairy stories, illustrated by Arthur Rackham, John D. Batten, and others. It is simply stunning. Oh, look at that! I opened up to a page with an illustration. This is the story of the birth of Oisin, and I think Oisin is the son of Finn McCool and his wife Sive. Just look at that illustration. Isn't that freaking gorgeous? And just look at this cover. Green and gold with all of these Celtic designs. Heck yes!
Mischievous fairies, giants, banshees, pukas, fearsome goddesses, mysterious sea people, leprechauns, changelings, from tales of bewitching butter to the legendary feats of Finn McCool in Cuchulainn. Ireland has long enjoyed a culture rich in storytelling, brought to life with vivid, classic illustrations from the turn of the 20th century. Some of the most treasured stories are gathered here in an anthology that breathes with the myth and enchantment it celebrates.
So excited to read this. Maybe do a tale a night. Who knows? And I couldn't go to Galway without picking up something Irish, right? Not to mention that the bag that comes in has Irish all over it. Yeah, that's the English side. Irish side. English side. Irish side. That's so cool. I didn't notice that. It's been sitting in my room for 2 weeks and I didn't even notice that. I notice stuff. Can you tell? So I think I know how that sounds anyway. I think it's show. Shopa. Lever. I don't know. So there you have it, guys. These are all of the books that I bought in Galway because I could not help myself. And besides, I didn't really buy anything else. Oh, I got a hoodie with Galway on it. I should have been wearing it, but it is too fucking warm. Where was I? Oh yeah, outro. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!